Okay, welcome to AP Chemistry with me, Amanda Raymond. Sorry for my appearance. I was playing with the kids outside just a moment ago. First off, if you could pause the video and if you can go ahead and scan with your phone this QR code, or if you can plug this little, I'll try to get rid of that tiny URL in, and then that way you have access to my sign-in sheet so I can record that you were here. So a few things about me. Most of you probably had me before. So we've got basically it's me, myself, my husband, my little boy, my little girl. They're now 4.5 and 8 tomorrow, which is crazy. I am a chemistry major, chemistry and education double major. I used to teach at West for 7 years. It's my 16th here at South. And I've taught all levels of chemistry and other sciences and even math. And then last year, I even taught Spanish for a few weeks. And I got my national board in 2008. So some expectations. So first off, our class expectations, I will be posting daily updates on Schoology. We'll have things that we'll be doing online like AP Classroom, Albert.io, and anything else that I find during remote learning. We might be doing other stuff too. Like I've been incorporating some Edpuzzle and some other stuff. The students will have reading. Now the reading sometimes will take place from the book, sometimes it'll take place from something that I put on Schoology for them. And of course, anytime that they read, they should be taking notes. They'll need to think critically on their own. They'll need to collaborate with their peers, stay on top of their in-class work, their out-of-class work, and their online work. Overall course objectives for all chemistry students, they're going to communicate well in spoken and written work. They're going to utilize those critical thinking skills like we talked about. They're going to create labs and solutions. They're going to collaborate with and embrace the diversity of their peers. They'll be self-empowered. They'll seek help as needed, hopefully. Things that they need an iPad. Duh. Things that are recommended. I recommend that they have a ruler at home. You never know when that might be needed. Some type of stylus is really helpful. It doesn't have to be an Apple Pen, but something so that they don't have to use their finger when they're writing. It'll be a lot easier for me to be able to read their equations and the things that they're doing. A scientific calculator, it doesn't need to be a graphing calculator, but they could use one. But they want something other than just what's on their iPad. Ideally, in an ideal world, a graphing calculator that they would use on the AP exam. Oh, sorry, my dad was calling me. The AP exam or anything else, that would be ideal. If not, then just any scientific calculator. Scientific means it's going to have the log and the natural log functions on it. Important reminders, PowerSchool really is the only accurate grade book. So if you see the grades in Schoology, that's not their grade because that's only for the stuff they've done on Schoology. Sometimes I also give assignments that don't count towards grades, but they do help students. Grades are updated at least every 2 weeks, and I'm available for help in virtual office hours, which I list in Schoology for the kids. And please encourage your student to contact me. It is expected that every student will take the AP exam in May. If any student doesn't take it, they'll be taking a retired AP exam. Homework, basically, online is 10%, test and quiz is 80%, labs and practice exams is 10. Now, if we go remote for much longer than now it's projected October 13th, then I might change some of that, but I would let the students know in advance. Late work is half off, don't cheat, and of course we do retakes. Curving and borderline grades, if a student has a borderline grade at the end of the semester, I'll reevaluate their grade based on the amount of missing and late assignments. It will not happen until the end of the semester. It can only increase their grade and not decrease it. If a grade is a 0 in the grade book, that means I don't have it and they can still turn it in. Okay, I know some teachers use a 0.1 or whatever, but that doesn't work for me because I actually use 0.1. Like if a kid got everything right on an 8-point assignment, but it was late, then I would put 4.1 out of 8. So that way I know that it was late. Turn in all missing work by the end of each quarter. I know we don't go on quarters, but I have to have some type of hard deadline. If a test grade ends in 0.1, that means that the retake was lower than the original. The test grade ends in 0.2, that means that they did better on the retake. Retake max scores right now, 80% free response, 100% multiple choice. Like I said, late work is 50% off. Academic honesty is important. See the retake form for details, which we'll be getting once we might be back in school or whatnot. How can we maximize learning? Big thing. Make sure that they can focus, and if possible, for them to stand. Headphones are very beneficial because it really helps them focus. Limit distractions. Ask the student to keep their cell phone in the hallway or something where you know where it's at, but they just have no access to it. Shutting off notifications on the iPad during class. I don't know how many times a student is sharing their work and they get a text from their parent or something and everybody reads the text. No TV if possible. So if it's possible to turn off the TV, or at least have the rule that it has to be off. A second screen would be helpful if you have one. So if you do have a computer as well as an iPad, if that's available to them to use, that is very, the kids are telling me, those who have that ability, it's really helping them so that they can zoom on one thing and they can write on their iPad and do their work on the iPad, and you can still project to the computer, and I can show them how to do that. They need to check every class every day on Schoology, make a plan to meet deadlines, attend office hours for help. My schedule's in the folder. How can students maximize e-learning? Log in a few minutes early. Be patient with the technology. We've had lots of snafus. Use headphones. Keep the cameras on. Have an acceptable background. And a big thing that I just learned about this last week, tell your kid, if a kid dares them to use a certain background, don't accept that dare, okay? I had a situation where a student got in big trouble because he supposedly had accepted some dare and it was not an okay background. And yeah, it might seem okay because the kid might be like, oh, really, it's nothing, when really it's something. Limit distractions by muting their microphones. Participate using the reaction buttons, chatting, raise hands, speak, chat. And I tell my kids all the time, you can interrupt me. If they're having trouble, you can use Khan Academy. You can, if you're thinking about getting a tutor, see me first because I might just be able to help them during office hours. I would get a review book for 2021 as soon as possible, whether you're going to borrow one from the library or you're going to buy one from Amazon or somewhere. I'll be providing lots of online resources. There's other online videos I'll provide. And we have a textbook website, and later we'll talk about STEM career days. Basically, if you are involved in a STEM career or someone else in your family is, I would love to know about that, because if we get a chance, I'd like to do some type of either Zoom meeting with some different careers for the kids to learn about the different STEM careers that are out there. I do have office hours in Schoology, and once we're in school, kids can come see me before, after school, or during lunch or study hall, hopefully. And I just threw in my email, and I'm already over 5 minutes. These last few slides I will just leave you with so that you can pause if you like, and it just kind of has some other information. Okay? All right. I look forward to working with you and your student this year. Take care. Hope all is well and everybody's healthy.